Dog Films presents Paid to Dream with Charles Dennis.
Mobile?
I was born in Mobile, Alabama.
And how long did you live there?
Not at all.
No.
Because after I was
What were
born,
they doing there?
well, my parents, they were born there.
Oh, really?
And they got married there. And they went to college there. And they were musicians. And mother played piano and father played drums. And they had an orchestra of their own. And they traveled all over the country. And when I was born, that's when they started traveling. I was a baby in arms. And so I don't know anything about Mobile. I just know I was born there.
Did you ever go back?
No, never been
toured
there.
it?
No, toured. I toured Alabama, but we missed Mobile. Went to Birmingham and other cities, but missed my hometown where I was born, Mobile, Alabama. And but what I tell everybody when they ask me where am I from, I say New York City.
Well, you've been there most of your life.
Yeah, well, most of my career was in New York City.
And then how did they were in Philadelphia?
That's where my brother and I started our career, was in Philadelphia. And we went to school there. And we played all the vaudeville theaters in Philadelphia. And it was just before we went to New York to work at the Lafayette Theater, one of the great theaters there in Harlem. And we were sensational. Oh, we
But how did you guys start? I mean, did you just...
Well, let me tell you that.
Yeah.
See, like I said before, my parents, who were also in show business, mother played piano, father played drums, and they had an orchestra in the orchestra pit at the Standard Theater in Philadelphia. And I used to go to that theater every day to watch all the entertainers, listen to my parents play, watch the entertainers, and I liked what I saw on that stage. Because I saw great performers like Louis Armstrong, I saw Buck and Bubbles, I saw the Berry Brothers, I saw Leonard Reed and Willie Bryant, and Pete Peaches and Duke. I saw so many entertainers, and I liked what I saw. So I said, gee, they're having fun up there. I would like to be doing something like that. So I taught myself how to perform. And then I taught my little baby brother. He was only 7 years old. And gee, he was terrific. He wanted to learn everything his big brother was doing. And I remember one afternoon, I was teaching him a certain step. And he was having trouble with this step. So I said, we'll do it tomorrow. And he said, no, I want to learn it now. I said, are you having a lot of trouble? We'll do it tomorrow. No, I want to do it now. I said, okay. So after an hour or two, I started teaching this step. He finally got it. And when he had it, he really had it. And he was, you might say, my best pupil.
Who was the influence on you as a dancer? Who did you idolize?
I saw so many dancers at the Standard Theater in Philadelphia. Like I said, I saw Pete Peaches and Duke and Buck and Bubbles. And I heard so much about Bill Robinson. They call him Bill Bojangles Robinson. And I wanted to see this man. I wanted to see him because they told me he was the world's greatest tap dancer. And so I got to see him. So they had a benefit at one of the theaters in Philadelphia, the Lincoln Theater. And so I went by there. I heard that he would be there because I never saw him before. But I heard so much good things about him. So I went there and I was in the back of the theater. The place was packed. And I was standing there in the back. And all of a sudden, they said, Bill Robinson. So he came out on the stage. And he started talking about an argument that he had with somebody backstage. I said, come on, Bills, dance. Don't be talking about what went on backstage. And then all of a sudden he said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't feel well. I just had 4 teeth extracted. And he said, I'll entertain you the best way I can. So he started dancing. And he didn't impress me at all. Like, maybe it's because the way he was feeling. He wasn't feeling well. And then later on, I saw him in a motion picture. I think it was called Rio Rita or something like that. And he was way up on a platform, like, and looked like there was 100 steps as he was coming down. And he didn't miss any of those steps as he danced down those steps. And we got down to the bottom and he said, da, 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 da. I said, that's the Bill Robinson I've been hearing about. And then he really impressed me then. But at the Lincoln Theater, he wasn't feeling well. And later on, we became great friends when I met him at the Cotton Club.
So Lula Bankhead was crazy about you.
Oh, she was marvelous. Oh, I loved her so much. I remember we see her when she would come to the Cotton Club. When the Cotton Club was in Harlem, was one of the best nightclubs in America. And the first show would start at 12 midnight. And the reason why they started so late, because they wanted to get all the people from downtown to come, like all the entertainers who would do their shows on Broadway, Ethel Merman, whoever it may be, headlining on Broadway. And the first show would be like 12 midnight. And we get out there, we close the show all the time. Nobody would follow us. And the audience just loved us. And I wanted to meet all of these entertainers who came to see the show. And so I spoke to Herman Stark, who was the manager of the Cotton Club, and later on he became our manager. And he said, well, go on out and meet them. So I said, oh, this is wonderful, because I found out later on, now here's a show in Harlem with the great bands like Cap Calloway and Duke Ellington, had beautiful showgirls, lovely dancing girls, the greatest acts in the world, and this is the best club in America, and black people who can go there. And I didn't like that at all. Yeah, we in Harlem, where black people live, and they can't go in the Cotton Club to see this show. And I didn't like that at all. But I asked my manager, I said, is it all right for us to go out there and meet these wonderful people? He said, yes. So we went out there, these two little boys. Brother was 7, I was 11, just kids. And we went over to Lula Bankhead's table. He said, hello. He said, oh, sit down, because you just saw the show. Sit down. What do you have to drink? I said, a little orange juice. That would satisfy us. And so we stayed out there until it was time for the next show, which went on something like 2:30 in the morning. And we talked to her, and she was fascinated by these two little guys who kept talking and never stopped.
Didn't she get you a present?
Oh, yes. You know all about that, don't you? She asked my brother when was his birthday. And he said, my birthday is March 17th. And she said, would you like a picture of me? And he said, yes, I'd love a picture of you. He said, or would you like a bicycle? And she said, oh, yes, I'd like a bicycle. I said, which one do you prefer? He said, I like both of them if I can get them. And so she sent him both pictures, the picture and the bicycle. And he was riding with the bicycle all over Harlem. Everybody said, see him riding and say, there goes Harold Nicholas of the Nicholas Brothers.
Should be in the Smithsonian now, that bicycle.
My brother and I were at the Lafayette Theater in Harlem. It was one of the theaters, they called it the Black Theaters, because it was run by black people and they were all black entertainers. And we were sensational. We stopped the show every day. Nobody wanted to follow us. We became stars overnight.
Did you have any rivals? Were there any other kid dancers at the time, or did you have the monopoly on this?
I think we had the monopoly of it, because my brother and I, we worked like adults. We were children, you could see the baby face and how young we were, but when we were on stage, it was just like an adult. Because if you've ever seen little children on stage as they're dancing, they're huffing and they're puffing, and they may fall down and get up and start dancing again, and the audience will say, "Isn't that cute?" But with the Nicholas brothers, didn't have to do that. Those guys got out there, and as we say in show business, they were laying the iron.
No other brothers or sisters?
Oh, I have a sister who's between us.
And what did she do through all
Well,
of this?
she was in the act in the beginning.
Oh, really?
And that's why they call us the Nicholas Kids. See, that's why they got that name, Nicholas Kids. We were known as the Nicholas Kids for years. And naturally, when we got older, we were Nicholas Brothers. But my sister was
So
right.
she got out of the business?
Yes, she couldn't keep the late hours. 9 o'clock, she's had it. And so we're working in nightclubs. This is late time. She couldn't do it. So we told her, listen, you go to school, get your education, we'll put you through, and we'll do the work. And then she got a degree in everything. Yeah? And something that I didn't get. But my brother and I, we had a tutor that would travel with us because that's the law that you must get your education. So this teacher would travel with us, and she would, when we were working in the Cotton Club, and would get back to our apartment like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And naturally we have to go to bed because we have to get up the next day to have our lessons. And this teacher would come like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Mother would wake us up and get up and be with the teacher maybe an hour or two, and after she leaves, we go back to bed and sleep until it's time to have dinner. And had a wonderful cook. Oh, she was great. We call her Miss Billy. Ooh, what a great cook she was. And so we'd eat and we relax until it's time to go to the Cotton Club to do our first show. Would be 12 midnight. And we had a chauffeur and a limousine. Do you see these little guys? 7 and 11. Because we made some movies in New York before we came out here. The first movie was called Pie Pie Blackbird with Huey Blake and his orchestra and Nina Mae McKinney. And
Beautiful
so,
Nina Mae.
oh yeah, the beautiful before Lena Horne. And,
Was she teasing Brown?
She was a teasing light brown. yeah. It's a funny thing. You see all these beautiful girls, all different colors, tan, brown, almost white, and then there's those who look white, and you can't tell if they have any black blood at all, because they're blonde and blue eyes.
There's one woman I see in movies from the 30s and 40s who I think is the most beautiful woman. Teresa Harris.
Yes, she was beautiful.
I mean,
Teresa,
if she was alive today, she'd be a huge star.
Yes, she would.
And we've been watching these films, and she's just...
Oh, is she gorgeous?
Did you know her at all?
Yes, I knew her. Yes, I knew her. In fact, I know almost everybody in show business.
Right.
And all these lovely ladies. Oh, I really. And my sister-in-law, Dorothy Dandridge,
Yes.
Who was married to my brother. Oh, yeah, she was lovely. When I first saw her, I said, ooh-wee.
Did you work with her?
We did a movie with her called Sun Valley Serenade.
Oh, she's in? I didn't realize she was in.
Yeah, did you see that movie?
Yeah.
With Glenn Millen's orchestra, and we sang and danced a song called Chattanooga Choo Choo. Yeah, did you see the movie of her life called Introducing Dorothy Dandridge?
No, she just won the
Oh, well,
yeah.
Halle Berry
Did you
just
like
won.
it?
Yes.
You felt it was faithful to the...
It was close to everything. And
did someone play Harold in it?
Yeah, and someone played me.
Oh, how were they?
Well, they were too old. Because when we met Dorothy Dandridge, we were just kids. And these guys looked like they 35 or 40 years. Dorothy, she was gorgeous. She was gorgeous. Yeah. And we met her at the Cotton Club with her sisters when it was the Dandridge sisters. And I remember they were sitting on one side of the club. This was when the Cotton Club was downtown on 48th Street and Broadway. And I was looking and I said, where's my brother? I say, look, over there. And he said, ooh. I said, come on, let's go and meet them. And so I went over to meet these Dandridge sisters. And I said, my name is, she said, we know your name. You Fayard Nicholas and your brother's Harold Nicholas. I said, yeah, that's right. And they said, and I couldn't talk because they were praising me. And so we got to know them. And I had my eyes, all three of them were gorgeous, but I had my eyes on Dorothy Dandridge. And I was talking to her, but she was paying more attention to my brother. So I just backed up. That's the way we both do it. If a lady's paying more attention to me, well, you'll step out. And so it's always been that way. We never had problems with women and fighting over women. I think that's why we've been together so long, because we like each other. And we're never jealous of each other. I remember when we were younger, and we were doing something like a challenge dance. And my brother would be doing his thing. And he's getting a great hand. He's getting a bigger hand than I'm getting. And I like it. We're still the Nicholas brothers. Well, I taught him everything he knows, so why should I be jealous? He's doing what I taught him. Let me tell you. You see those hands?
Yeah.
That's the trademark of the Nicholas brothers.
How did that, when did you realize?
When I realized, well, I always did that, not realizing that I did. And my father saw me moving my hands, and he said, do more of that. And I said, okay, Dad. So then because I have these hands, I want to do something with them. I don't need you hanging down like this. And that's been the trademark of the Nicholas. Then I taught my brother how to do it. And that became the Nicholas brothers' trademark. There, all right.